Hey guys, how's it going? I am here for another baseball card show video. There was another card show at a mall close to where I live, so I swung by this afternoon. I didn't pick up anything too high priced, but I did find a few good deals in the $1 boxes and for other kind of minor prices, so I'll run those by you guys really quickly. The first guy I talked to had a ton of vintage cards. I'm talking like some from the 1800s. He had some T206s. Obviously, that's way out of my price range. I did see this Bob Gibson. Not in the greatest shape, obviously, but for a couple bucks, I think it was $2. I went ahead and picked this up. My Cardinals are still really popular around here, so there's a lot of people I know that are Cardinals fans, and Bob Gibson in particular. So I kind of picked that up as a personal one for family. Next guy I talked to had also a lot of vintage cards. I didn't go through any of his higher priced stuff, but for 50 cents in his 50-cent bin, found two Hall of Famers, Goose Gossage and Raleigh Fingers. Obviously the Fingers has a little crease down there at the bottom, not in the greatest shape, but the Goose Gossage is in a lot better condition. Goose is a guy who I've already featured on my channel before for Through the Mail autograph success, so I'm always a fan of him, and for 50 cents went ahead and pulled the trigger. Right next to him was a table with a gentleman with a bunch of stuff in $1 boxes, and I found a bunch of rookies for $1. Kenley Jansen, Bowman Chrome rookie. I don't know what year this is from, to be honest. Looks like 2010. Yep, 2010 Bowman draft there. Kenley Jansen kind of had a rough year this year, but still been a dominant closer for the past decade or so for Los Angeles. Jack Flaherty, and yes, he is as a position player here under the 18 and under national team. This is from the USA, the Stars and Stripes series. I think this is 2015. You can see that Flaherty came up as a infielder and a right-handed pitcher. So obviously he was one of the best pitchers in the history of baseball in the second half this year. He had like the third best ERA ever in the second half of a season for the Cardinals as a starting pitcher. But I thought that was kind of neat as an infielder. Aaron Nola rookie. And Patrick Corbin, who's going to get the start in Game 4, I believe, of the World Series coming up. I think that's tomorrow night. Houston's got the lead right now in Game 3. Torino's just hit a home run. Here's another from the 2015 Stars and Stripes. Alex Bregman. Recognizable face there. And he is listed as an infielder, and obviously that's what he plays in the major leagues, unlike Flaherty. Also the Javi Baez rookie for $1. Not in the greatest shape. That top corner up here is a little rough. But Javi Baez rookie for $1. I thought that wasn't too bad. And then the Raul Mondesi. This one was in a top loader. Not really sure why this one got the top loader. I am not too far from Kansas City. That's probably why. From Series 2 from 2016. He goes by Adalberto Mondesi now, but he is the son of Raul Mondesi, who played for the Dodgers. However, he's not Raul Mondesi Jr. Don't get that mixed up. And so I picked up those 7. I think that's 7, yes, from that gentleman, for $1 a piece. And then another guy had a couple 5,000 count boxes, cards for $1 a piece, or 6 for $5. And so I won't go through every single one with a lot of detail. Dennis Eckersley, this might be a second or third year card, in great shape. Like I said, I'm kind of in the Kansas City area. So Brett Saberhagen rookie, 1985. This one's in really nice shape for $1. I got the 2018 update rookie debut, Gleyber Torres. Obviously not as desirable as just the regular update, not the MLB debut, but still one worth holding on to for $1. This card I don't have. Mark McGwire, the rookies from 87 Donners for $1. I don't know if that was a good deal or not, but I'm like, hey, I've never seen that card before. This one I just went for the vintage. Obviously it's in not good condition. You can see right there just the stains and everything on it, but I mean, for $1, just out of respect for Larry Doby, I believe he was the first African American to play in the American League after Jackie Robinson obviously broke the color barrier for the National League. So for $1, a legend, Larry Doby, I'll do that every time. I don't even care about what type of condition it is. Recent Hall of Famer, Lee Smith, rookie. I have another, I think I have another one of these, but it's not in as good a shape as this one. Another recent Hall of Famer, Tim Raines, Rock Raines, for $1. This one, Al Kaline, I was kind of, obviously the corners are not in good shape here, and that's all right. I was just looking for a pretty inexpensive K-line that I could send off to him. He'll also sign through the mail. I want to say he charges $10 as well. And I ran into a couple other K-lines at the show, but that was only, well, that was the cheapest one that was in good shape. And I figured, hey, I can send this off, have him sign it. Looks like this is 1974 Topps. And send it up to Michigan and see if Al will sign it and return it back to me. That would be pretty neat if I could get that to happen. And then this guy had a ton of Victor Robles. This is, I think, Series 1 from 2018. Yeah, Series 1. You still can find this 2018 Series 1 all over Walmart's. I mean, there's still a ton of hanger boxes and even just jumbo packs. And so he had, there's one of just the base card. I have got a couple of the Topps Chrome. There's 1, 2, 3 different versions of the Topps Chrome. All Victor Robles. A couple more. Bowman Platinum. No, that's a Walmart exclusive. And then these two versions, they almost look the same. It's like they picked the camera, or the same photographer for both of these pictures. It's like it's almost the same shot, you know, because he's almost in the same motion throwing the ball. One glove up and one glove down. I think those are what these are called. There's a lot of variations on Donruss Optics, so they're both the same number. But there's 2 more Victor Robles. And then this one I didn't have. This is also from Bowman Platinum, the Rookie Revelations kind of insert series. And that's not all. There are even 2 more. Future Stars, and this is obviously from Topps Heritage, the Rookie Performers. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different Victor Robles cards for $1 each. Obviously he has kind of lived underneath the shadow, so to speak, of Juan Soto with what stuff that Soto's been able to do for the Nationals in his first 2 years. But Robles is still considered a 5-tool player. He's probably going to win the Gold Glove this year after getting off to a rough start. In April, he just was amazing all year on defense, and so he's probably going to be the center fielder who wins the National League Gold Glove. And I really feel confident that Robles is going to turn into a good player. And I don't know if he'll ever have his cards, you know, as desirable as Soto, but it's worth a shot investing in for $1. The last card I picked up was from a nice gentleman. I was looking at his 1982 Griffey, or not Griffey. Oh my goodness, what am I saying? The 1982 Future Star Cal Ripken, the Topps, not the Topps traded, and I couldn't pay the price that he had on there. But he did have this Josh Bell, and he seemed like a really nice, genuine guy. So I picked up the Josh Bell. I have the photo variation version of this, and I believe the Topps Chrome version of this. I don't know if I have this card. So I picked it up. I think I paid him $2, which that's probably about right. Josh Bell had a real nice season, awesome first half, and then cooled off a little bit in the second half, but still finished among the league leaders in hitting RBI specifically this year. So those are all the cards I picked up. Not too bad. I think I spent about $25, I think, on that collection of cards. There was a dealer there with a couple of packs, and so I will open these up as well. 2 packs that I haven't been able to get a hold of yet. There's not too many local card. Well, there's one local card store near to me, but I haven't been there in a while. And then my local Walmart has been not very good as far as keeping up to date on the releases. Like, we still don't have Topps Update at our local Walmart, and it's been out for what, almost a week now, maybe 2 weeks. Anyway, this I don't think was a retail release, so it's not Walmart's fault they didn't have this. Topps Minor League Heritage. This is obviously the hobby edition. You can see right there. It's a hobby only purchase. What that can, there it goes, kind of focuses. So we'll see. I've seen a few videos opening these. I'm not the greatest or most knowledgeable person when it comes to the minor leagues, but I do know a few guys. So we'll see if I can find something worth hanging on to in here. Oh, geez. I'll drop them like an idiot. All right, Daniel Johnson for the Rubber Ducks, Akron Rubber Ducks. Okay. Brian Costello. I know who this guy is. Estevan Florial, one of the Yankees' top prospects. I don't know how close he is to the major leagues yet. Baseball America rates him as the #1 Yankees prospect. Nice. There's Tyler Freeman. Don't know a lot about Tyler. Indians got him to sign away from TCU. Okay. Jesus Sanchez. Big smile on his face there. I don't know anything about Jesus. Looks like he was playing in Double-A maybe. I've heard of him. Yeah, he's on the Tampa Bay. I don't know if they hung on to him or if he was part of one of their trades. So I got Jesus Sanchez. Sean, I do not know how to pronounce that name. I'm assuming that might be a Norwegian name. Oh, he's born in Minnesota. Maybe he has parents who were from Norway, Sweden, Finland, somewhere up there. Pitcher of the year in Kentucky. Look how tall he is. 6'11", 225. Oh my goodness. Definitely going to be throwing downhill at people. Evan White for I believe that might be the Arkansas Travelers. Yes, it is. Okay. Looks like he's in AAA in the Pacific Coast League. And, of course, you can see where I dropped the cards. Already got him dinged up. Vidal Brujan for the Stone Crabs. And looks like he is a stolen base threat. Highly destructive speed. All right, so no big names, and it kind of worked out great because I dropped the cards as soon as I opened them and dinged up the corners of most of those like a complete moron. Let's see if I can do better. I got the 46 card 2019 update pack. I believe this was $15. You can see once again this is a hobby pack right here, the hobby edition. The odds on hobby packs are probably a little bit better, especially with these jumbo hobby packs. Decent chance of finding some gold 1 and 3, 150th anniversary 1 and 2, rainbow 1 and 2, vintage stock 1 and 48. You can pause it if you want to check everything else out up there. It's also the PO address if you want to send something in for the no purchase necessary. I don't know. I've never purchased a jumbo hobby pack before. So this will be a new one for me. I'm going to set the cards down like this so I don't drop them like a moron. I dropped the last ones. One thing, looks like we might have a relic in there. Look how thick that card is. All right, let's save that for the end. I'll do one of these and kind of flip the cards, the top half up, bottom half up to the top. So we'll start with Moustakas, All-Star Game. I'd like to see Mike get a nice contract this offseason. I know past couple off seasons haven't been too pleasant to him. Martin Maldonado. He's playing right now in the World Series. I don't think he's in this game. He signed with Kansas City whenever Salvador Perez got hurt. And then when the Royals saw that they were out of it, they traded him back to Houston. Kurt Casale, another catcher, used to be on Tampa. Nolan Arenado, All-Star Game. Shane Green, got traded shortly after the All-Star game to Atlanta and kind of struggled. He was the lockdown closer with the Tigers, and then he had a hard time even fitting in with the Braves into their bullpen. Speaking of having a hard time this year, Edwin Diaz. Oh my goodness! Here I go again, dropping more cards. Oh, it's Shelby Miller. Okay, sorry Shelby. Don't know a lot about this guy. Wei Che Hong. No, my goodness. Nick Margavicius. There we go. I got a Trout. All-Star Game Trout. I'll take that. Anytime you get a Mike Trout, it's a good pack, right? Xander Bogaerts had another amazing year. And we're going to flip him upside down. James McCann had an awesome offensive season. He was always kind of one of those guys that just a part-time player with Detroit, but he hit both lefties and righties really well this year. Oh, here we go. Rookie debut, Chris Paddock in the camo jersey. That's a good one. Josh Van Meter, big-time power. Didn't get a lot of playing time this year for Cincinnati, but look for big things out of him in the future. Eric Swanson, Glaber, All-Star Game, Topps Rookie Cup. Lance Lynn had an awesome year this year as well. Throwing that fastball and cutter like, 90% of the time. Taylor Clark out of the bullpen did well for Arizona. Derek Dietrich. Oh my god, this guy. If you haven't been watching Trevor Bauer's YouTube channel, the Momentum YouTube channel, he's gone out with Derek Dietrich and tried to get him a little fashion overhaul, and this guy is something else. I can't always agree with his antics in the batter's box, but he seems like quite a character. Kevin Cron, I believe he's the brother of C.J. Cron, and his dad was his manager in AAA. Okay, maybe he's not the brother of C.J. Cron. Edwin Encarnacion had a rough ALCS. Man, he looked bad. And I know he took it really hard against the Astros. He did not perform well. Thomas Pannone out of the bullpen. I believe he might be a starter, though. I think he's out of the bullpen. Yeah, out of the bullpen. For Toronto, Jordan Luplow, former Pittsburgh Pirate. Griffin Canning. I believe his season got cut short with injury. Kind of potential rock of the Angels starting rotation in the future. Hanser Alberto came out of nowhere. He was with Texas last year and could barely hit. And then this year he hit look at that, he hit 259. Oh, no, that's a slugging. He hit 185 last year for Texas. Obviously, that's only in 13 games. But he was not, look at this, 143 in 2016 with Texas, 222. And then he was like in the top 10 in batting this year for Baltimore. He had almost 300, maybe over 300. So he came out of nowhere, had an awesome season, even though not many people watched Baltimore this year. They turned out not to be very good. Alex Colomé, Braden Bishop. Here we've got Muncy, All-Star Game. Got some of these horizontal cards now. Christian Walker, former Royal Scott Alexander. They basically gave him away to the Dodgers, and I don't know why. They should have hung on to him. Queen City Kings, there's Dietrich again, and Puig. Tanaka had a nice year. Probably the most reliable pitcher, especially once Severino got hurt and then Domingo Germán got suspended. Pacific Power got a little Trout and Ohtani there. There's the 150th year of baseball. Rogers Hornsby, all-time legend. St. Louis Cardinals. Awesome. Oh, here we have the 150th stamp. All-Star Game. Matt Chapman, Home Run Derby. 150th years. I'm a big fan of Chapman. He just seems like a good dude. And he did well in the Home Run Derby. This is not numbered, however. Still has the 150 stamp. Robbie Cano struggled this year. 1984 design. Oh my goodness, gentlemen. Did you see? I don't think you guys can see what this is. You can see it's Arenado. Hang on, let me get these other ones out of the way. Odorizzi, All-Star Game. Okay, sorry, Jake. Former Tampa Bay Ray, former Kansas City Royal, former Milwaukee Brewer. Look what we have here. We have Major League Material, 2019 update, Nolan Arenado, And look at this. It's a 1 of 1, gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Nolan Arenado, Colorado Rockies, game used, 1 of 1. This is the first 1 of 1 I have ever pulled. Wow, that is so awesome. Arenado, 1 of 1, Colorado. Got a little bit of a white mark showing there. I think that's just kind of, these relics are really tough to, that thick cardstock to keep those edges perfect because they're just so thick. 1 of 1, that is awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. The hit of the day, Arenado, 1 of 1. All right, thanks so much for watching. I will be back soon with another video. Have a good evening.